I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
What is going on, y'all? All right, we're not gonna like waste any time. We're gonna go immediately to the stuff. All right, we have our special guest with us here. Let me just bring him in. Welcome, special guest. It is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Burt Reynolds. What up, sir?
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, so here goes my desktop.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
somebody's crowning over here.
Okay.
Got a little
Okay.
bit of the bald spot popping up. Let's make that an image, y'all.
Listen, can you type in the hairspray that people have?
Hairspray. Let's go. Hairspray.
Yeah, we could do
Hashtag hairspray.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, I put hairspray. Oh my gosh.
But
there we go.
But you know though, like all jokes aside, though,
What's wrong
right?
with
Like
this?
we look at this and it's all fun and games at the end of the day, right? Like the one
Yep.
thing I always say, you know, any form of tattered baldness is a very unfortunate thing for somebody to go through.
So sad.
Everyone's different. Some people, you know, accept it. But just because it's I would even say honestly, I don't even think it's a genetic thing that he's also balding. I just think it's like also a lack of like proper nutrition, you know, because when
Yep.
you shove glaze sticks, you know, and other forms of high fructose corn syrup down your throat every single hour,
Yep.
you know, that's just, you're not really going to get all of your like your vitamins and minerals, right?
I-
But speaking about
Yeah.
terrible food, right?
Mhm.
Today's topic,
Hey,
right?
yeah.
I know people are looking out there right now. Just you know, you guys have probably seen the video, but
Yeah.
what they call the Squidward SpongeBob nibble from the CEO at McDonald's that he
Yeah.
had for the Big Arch Burger. I believe that's the correct name.
Yep. Big arch.
Yep. So we're kind of going to have a little bit of like a topic segment today to talk about that specifically, and a little bit more about the roasting with kind of like the other CEOs. One thing I appreciate is like now like fast foods are becoming like they don't have a stick up their ass. They're being a little bit more fun with their marketing. So it seems
Yeah.
like all like the CEOs are coming on and saying like, hey, let's drop like a video making fun of him. Like, oh, you take a nibble, I take a big chunk out of this big Whopper. But yeah, if you could play the video,
Yeah, I
we'll
got
have
you.
it compiled.
Let's
Yeah.
bring it
So we
up.
have a compiled of like the CEO where he was taking that nibble, and then everybody else from Wendy's, AW, and all these other big ones from like Burger King like came in kind of roasting it, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, this is the New York Post. So if I play this and there's any music in the background, they'll probably claim this.
No,
copyright.
yeah. You can just see like kind of like a little bit in the background,
little
like as
bit
far
in
as
the
like
background,
even
right?
without sound.
Yeah, let's play without some sound. Let's watch him. Look at that bite. Yum, yum, yum. That's a
like,
bite.
that's a huge bite right there. That's where it all started.
That's the
like, I
Wendy's
know this
burger
guy's
right
like,
there, y'all.
this guy's like a full vegan and like just juices every morning. Like I know that was painful for him.
Yep. And he had to put the freaking ice cream though, like the milkshake and stuff in there. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's like,
don't
dude,
double it. Don't double paint us and put in the Frosties and all the milkshakes.
Yeah,
and
but you know the funny part about Wendy's though, when they did do this, he was just like, "Hey, by the way, because you can't hear it from the video being quiet, but like when the Wendy's like CEO came in and did this, he's like, because our machines always aren't down, you know, like we try to have it working." I was like,
but you know,
all right.
you don't ever buy a vanilla Frosty. That's a sin, right? That's haram.
Oh, that is no.
Right?
That's yeah, 100%, dude. Like that's like
Why are we gonna get? It's always about the chocolate Frosty, right? It's never been.
Or you can do strawberry.
Well, no, I mean that's a debate right there, man. I don't know, man. Chocolate Frosty's a winner.
No, chocolate frosting will be a winner. But let me ask you this: if you looked at like an option between the vanilla and strawberry, you probably would pick the strawberry.
I would pick the strawberry. Yeah, I would pick the strawberry. But I would have to put some bananas in there.
Oh, 100%. But like as you see through like most of like this video, you see like every single one. The one for A&W was like, "Hey, by the way, for the CEO Chris at McDonald's, I'll invite you to have one of these burgers. I know that one you were chewing was a little bit rough." I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay, I like that."
Yeah, bro. Like that. Is that a Baconator? It can't be a Baconator. Is that a Baconator?
So for the AW?
No, this is Wendy's right here. That's a Baconator, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Dude, that Baconator ain't got no bacon in it. It looks atrocious. Yo, bro, if that's the CEO and he's eating that trash,
yeah. Well,
I'm not down for that.
That's a segue right there that you brought up for Wendy's, because Wendy's is going to be kind of like our segue, you know, after this video.
Yeah.
But we're also going to be talking about a little bit of like opportunities. How people,
no, he did not do that.
Yeah.
Ew. Okay, so this flame grilled. Look at that big bite, bro. Let's go.
Burger King,
nail on his face.
AW and Burger King kind of took the winner.
A&W.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Most people go a burger. Yeah, I'm going to do a tasting right now. It's actually my lunch. Yo,
actually
you
my
were
lunch right
extra happy to have that as your lunch. They presented that very well to him. Someone spent like 2 hours making that.
Like, we're gonna hook this up here. we can't lose like McDonald's.
Yo,
right now
he
with this
don't
commercial.
eat. He don't eat at A&W. Oh my gosh! Did you see him struggle to take the thing out?
Yeah.
No, bro, you don't eat your own food. Yo,
No,
why
but
are you
Bob-
looking at it like you've never seen it before? This is your first time. No.
He's like, this is confusing to me.
Dude, no, this is not. No, bro, no. This ain't a react. We're not trying to we don't want you to do a reaction to a burger that's been in your menu for like 30 years. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't need
But
you first time
that's-
reacting to your own burgers. Like, eat that bitch like you know it. Like Wendy's guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's been eating that trash for years.
Oh, yeah. He's like, or even the Burger King guy. The Burger King is like, dude, I'm starving, man.
Like, bro, he's like,
He's like, I'm gonna chop, man. I haven't eaten it. And that was for me the favorite one. That was my favorite one out of all. It was 100% was the Burger King, because you know that man said, I'm on lunch and I gotta eat this shit right now because I am starving. Give me my new Big Whopper.
Yo, he's taking a long time to eat this. He's regretting it. He's like, I don't want to take a bite. Please cut.
And you want to know, A&W really has like some solid like burgers. Honestly, I just think like this guy is just like
it's not
the one
their.
presenting
You know
this.
what? I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. It was never the burgers for me. It was the fries and the chicken selects, bro. I'm telling you right now, their barbecue sauce was top tier. I loved the freaking chicken tender and the fries. I was all in.
And the thing is, as far as like this whole like, you know, kind of situation, I'm glad this brings up to the next segment. It's like when you sell something, right? When you look at the Burger King CEO eat this, I'm like, I know this man orders this shit at least once a week.
Yeah,
like,
at least.
That's the type of that, you know, he eats that. But like the whole point is when you have a product and you're part of a company, like you actually believing in it. I know you don't believe in this because the way that McDonald's CEO took a nibble, or the way A&W was like pulling out the wrapper, like,
yo, you look like he's about to vomit, bro.
It's like a Rubik's cube. Like, how do I actually pull this out right now?
Yeah.
Like, I think I gotta pull this and this. You gotta pull the lever on the left
and
side.
you know
like,
you know what's sad about A&W, homie? It's not even in the East Coast at all. This is a straight Midwest like joint. Like, you can only find this
style. Yeah.
There's one. There used to be. I don't know if it's still there, but it used to be in Youngstown, Boardman. Used to be in Boardman, Ohio. I used to go there a lot, bro. And they would have like car shows there too. They would be the sponsors of car shows, the antique car shows.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because their style was like how Sonic is. You know how they got like the canopy stuff, and people would walk. You could get the curbside ordering, or you can go inside. They have both.
So the main thing about this, right, and I'm glad we brought this up, is because now, like, as far as like video wise, like we can kind of like have a little bit more of like a concentration about the next piece.
Here we go, Big Arch.
The Big Arch Mike, the notorious one.
It's something weak, sorry. Please, guys, give me Kenya. I know this kind of. Hey, good. All right,
This is
right
so
now.
fantastic. Hey, you can just tell he's just over here like looking. He's just like, God.
Bro, that ain't even McDonald's fries in his fries. Did you notice how them cuts was thick? They don't even make fries like that.
No, dude, do you see the thickness? You're thinking this is KFC wedges when you look at that. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, come on now. Like, we love the McDonald's golden fries. Don't play us. Like, we know that's not.
That is a messy burger, dude.
Me personally, like, I would not even touch it. I'm just like that. That
Look
to me
at
just does not.
Oh, is that what's at the bottom? Is that onions? Like French onions?
It's like they try to have like it's not like your regular kind of like American cheese. I believe. I think it's more of like cheddar.
Are you kidding me?
So it's cheddar cheese, like with the white, because I believe that white cheese is cheddar. And I'm not sure if it's onions in there, but I know they use their Big Mac sauce. So basically their whole thing is they have a thicker bun. So you see like how it's like more of like a sesame type of like bun on top of it. Like that's their selling point. Like we'll add just a tad bit more of like Big Mac sauce on there. It's a
But
tiny
that
bit
bite,
bigger, but they're
bro.
charging it like $3 more. That
That
is
bite.
$8.
But that
That's
bite, man.
$8. I know, and that's $8. So a normal Big Mac
Only fast
is
food
around
fries.
like $5. A
Yeah.
normal Big Mac is like $5 and some change. This one is a little bit over $8, so it's $3
Jeez.
more, but the portion doesn't really warrant it.
Yo, Kwe said he only eats fast food fries, and you know what? I agree with Checkers. Checkers has the bucket o fries, and let me tell you that.
Oh, Checkers.
Oh my gosh, dude! Their beer batter is so good.
And really, like for me, like I will always stand by Mickey D's when you have like those nice golden fresh fries and they're on point. Oh, they're on point. Like for
barely
me,
ate
that's
that
always
burger.
going to be timeless.
Uh-huh.
That's always going to be timeless. Like that's always going to be timeless with it. But there are times like I'll be looking at like McDonald's fries and I'm like, you know, like, ooh, what am I getting today? Is it going to be cold or is it going to be hot? Oof.
Yeah. Oh, I'm buzzed, y'all. Sorry, I got Michelob. I had like 2 before I started, but you know, I'm not gonna get all twisted and be like telling people to rob me. Okay.
I mean, you should probably not. I'm on stream trying to rob me.
I'm not gonna say I got $800. I dare somebody to rob me. Not gonna do that.
Everyone's gonna hear it like, "Hey, BVaz, you got a knock on your door."
Those are 8 rate, Bert. Most times it's a soggy noodle. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about it, right? Like
When they're
as far as,
fresh,
like,
I like them. Are rare. Okay, those are rare.
But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's almost like a mixed bag of like, you know, like you don't know what you're getting. Like, is it gonna be super fresh or is it gonna be like
You know
said,
how to
wet noodles?
You guys want to know the secret to getting fresh drop fries every single time?
Let the people know.
You would tell them you want unsalted because they have to give you unsalted fries.
Oh, which means they have to make a brand new batter.
Yep. Yep. That is the secret.
All right, little Easter egg for everybody, huh?
My nephew taught me that because he would go and order fast food, right? And he'll be like, "Yeah, I like fries unsalted." And then I'm like, "Yo, why the hell are you doing that?" He goes, "Oh, like if you don't order it without the salt, they're forced to make it fresh because you're requesting for a fresh batch."
And that's where you're having like a fresh batch from it.
Yeah, and then what he does, he says, "Can I get some salt?"
So have you tried that before?
No, I would say fresh dropped. I would always tell him drop it fresh. That's how I would do it.
Gotcha. So funny enough, right? Now that we actually can segue this to a different like aspect or situation, let's talk about where everything went wrong. Like in terms of certain places like falling, because it's no stranger to just everything in general that a lot of fast food is going downhill, right? A lot of people are just like not really going
quality,
to, like,
right? We're talking about quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We're talking about quality. So one of the movies I think we can start off with was Super Size Me. When they came in and they used to have like, hey, here's a big bucket of a drink. Here's a big supersized fries. What else did they come out with? Like everything was like big.
Well,
and
you
large.
had the biggie size, right? And then you had the what is it called? The super size.
Yeah.
And then you had the king size. They got rid of all of that after this came out because there were 64-ounce drinks being released, 32-ounce drinks to be released, and it got to a point where this guy right here, he did he's the documentary dude. He did 30 days straight on McDonald's, and he supersized everything. His health deteriorated so fast.
In 30 days.
In 30 days, he even got sick. He was having trouble going to the bathroom.
Because this was a guy like good height weight proportion. I'm sorry, I was just going to give him a little bit more context, but he had good height weight proportions. He was running like 4 or 5 times a week. Good cardio, good health. All his markers when they started the thing, they went all of it down. A1C, cholesterol, everything was top notch.
Yep. He had a baseline test before he went in, and then they did one halfway, and then they did one at the end. And the doctor told him, "You continue eating the way you are, you'll be dead in a year." That's how much sodium he was putting into his body. It was just sodium.
So that was like meat. So that was the start of it, where people were like, supersize menus, supersize everything. Everything's got to be big and large, right?
Yep.
So what ended up happening as time went on, right? Now we're actually going because when we looked at this, we said, okay, we clearly see that America's having an obesity problem. We should probably cut back. And now it just gave like a light bulb to like corporate companies are like, wait a minute, we can make more and give less. Make everything smaller.
Just so you know, regarding this, right? I went to my doctor one time, right? And I was getting myself checked out, and I said, "Doc, I think I got OCD." And the doc looked at me and was like, "Nah, bitch, you got obesity."
But like as far as like check goes and everything with people, like you're looking at that shit, and then people are going to say to themselves like, "Oh, we need to figure out a way when we're creating like the de-inflation part of it." That's the part where people are going to be coming in and saying to themselves like, "Okay, now portion size are getting smaller. There's not like so let's go start
about shrinkflation right now. Hold up, let's do before we move away from there. Let's stay on the supersize me real quick. Right after this was released, this movie, it was in 2004. All right. By 2005, I kid you not, by the end of 2005, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, the big three, completely revitalized their menu because of this documentary. They said no more, because then the nutritionists started getting involved. The lawmakers started getting involved. The FDA, like all of the people that had to, like, they were like, "Why are you allowing this to be sold in America?" All the lobbyists, activists, they all started protesting and stopped going to the restaurants. And they were like, "Oh crap!" That same year in 2005, McDonald's released this entirely new menu of salads. They started going like the salad route. Wendy's started releasing salads as a side.
They went hard. They were really different options.
Yeah, they all started doing salads, man. Like
more grilled shit was coming out.
I was in the Marine Corps when this came out, man. I was watching this as a Marine, and then I was like 2 years later, like Burger King was offering salads, Wendy's was offering salads. And you see that? We got real talk with Christina. I'm gonna let that one live. Because that's
that's pretty funny. But yeah, as far as like actual like like again shrinkflation.
Let me help you, Christina. There you go. You cammed up already. We got you. Go ahead.
No, but as far as like shrinkflation goes and like where we're at.
Okay, let's go. Let me put shrinkflation here for fast food.
Yes.
And then let's do images. Okay. Big Mac was one of them for sure, man. Let's actually put Big Mac, because Big Mac was noticeable. That one was noticeable, bro. Look at this. And then it went, let me put open image in new tab. Like Big Mac went from this on the left in the 90s, they was doing this, man. In the 90s to in the 2000s, they started giving us this. It was atrocious. It just completely shrunk. Terrible. What do you think, Royce?
And for me, that's kind of like where I see it, where it's like you could clearly see a size difference between the one on the left within a decade span, a couple of decades, right?
Yep.
So for me, when I see shit like this, it's like this is a perfect example when you're looking at this and it's like, okay, now the company said I can charge more and give like, oh, but we want to make sure everything's healthy. We don't get big portions.
Oh, okay, this is their then let's put shrinkflation and the prices Inflation of fast food and price. I'm gonna put a spreadsheet here.
So real
I'm gonna
talk
use
with
the AI for that.
Christina says, if it shrunk, why do people get bigger eating that? People are just paying more money for fast food and they just keep eating. People will make up those calories one way or another.
All right, so McDonald's 100% increase on the shrinkflation. Their filet of fish reduced to slider size, and then smaller Big Mac patties. Popeyes, the containers are filled halfway, 6-piece wing orders containing 5 pieces. And then we got Taco Bell, 81% shrink with the price increases.
You want to talk
Tacos
about
with minimal filling, quesadillas with significantly less cheese.
You want to talk about Lay's and Doritos? I was like halfway filled. When you open the bag, it's less.
Yeah, we can do that for the chips. You got Chipotle. Chipotle has a smaller overall portion size, despite consistent or increased pricing. You got Burger King that has a variable 55%. The 10-piece nuggets reduced to 8 pieces. That was ridiculous, man. Then the Domino's, it varies. Wing counts, mix and match, reduced from 10 to 8. And then it says here, perceived luxury. Approximately 78% of U.S. consumers now views fast food as a luxury. Jeez. That's how it was in the 80s. And then 2026 outlook. Food away from home prices are predicted to rise another 3.7%, outpacing the 20-year high. Oh my gosh. And then consumer sentiment mentions of shrinkflation and Yelp reviews have reached record highs as shoppers track unit price, cost per ounce, or closely find value. Oh my goodness, this is crazy, bro. All right, and then you said what you want me to look up?
Lay's and like the chips.
All right,
like,
so chip shrinkflation.
Chips shrinkflation, absolutely. And I know when some like people open a family size Doritos or like Lay's, people will look at this and be like, "Yo, are you serious?"
Yes, Jay, who we back again?
It's almost like a third. It's almost a third like of just filled. The rest is air.
So the major chip brands have lost a lot. They have significant changes in shrinkflation. They said their bag reduces between the weights are between 0.5 to 2 ounces, while maintaining or increasing the retail prices. So they used to be what? $2.99, $3.99, and $4.99. Now it's $5.99, $6.99, and $7.99. It is ridiculously high. All right, so Doritos standard bag previous weight used to be 9.75. Now it's 9.25. Reduction is about 5 chips per. And the price is $6.63.
That's crazy. So when you really break this down by like the quantity, it's insane how much it went up. Like we're paying,
you're paying us more and
you're going to charge less. Yep, 100%.
Yep. So, you know what? Let me put add previous price. Previous price in the year 2000. Let's put 2000 because that's a 25-year change, so we can see what happened in the year 2026. I mean, there we go. Look at like $3.99, like I was thinking about. Right? Doritos was $4.59 to $5.49. Standard bag. And then 13 ounces, $1.67. Now it's 3 for $5. Now Lay's says standard bag, 170 grams. Price used to be 97 cents, bro. The 6 ounce. Now a 6 ounce is $3.99, and it went down 2 kilograms. Bro.
So I'm glad we actually brought this up, right? So now if we can transition and you can open a new window, pull up the 4x4 from Wendy's, because what I want to talk about is kind of like when food quality hits a wall and people said we just had enough. So if we pull up like Wendy's 4x4, they used to come in
Shrinkflation.
here and no, just in general, like the 4x4, because where I want to transition now is to talk about like why Wendy's, for example, is closing 100 stores right now.
Okay.
So Wendy's,
go ahead.
yeah. So Wendy's 4x4, right? Like it used to be such a good deal when people used to come in there, right?
Yep.
You go in there and you're like, I got $4 today. I just need something to fill me up. They're like, we got you here. And that thing used to be like, you get the nuggets, you get the burger, you get the fry, and you get a small drink.
Yep.
For $4. This was 2018, by the way. This wasn't like, this was like back in the 90s or 80s. This was literally 2018, 8 years ago. So unfortunately, the issues where a lot of companies are having right now, and you could see it with the CEOs, like in the video, they're eating shit they don't believe in. That's the problem. Like, this food quality has went and nosedive. I went to go pick up some food for a friend at like because he had surgery. So he was just like, yeah, it's like me and my cousin or whatever. And I was like, okay, this was literally like around like a month and a half ago. So I went to go pick up the food, went out there, it's like some chicken fingers, and then I think it was like a baconator, not baconator, whatever it was. Like it was like whatever the combination is, came out to like $30. It was like 5 things. I said, huh? I said, what? And I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, you're paying almost restaurant prices at that point. I'm like, are you slapping like some gold like sprinkles on top of that too? So
right.
If we're looking at this, like, that's me buying this for different, because I really haven't went to Wendy's in like years, but like I went there to pick and I'm just like, oh, that's why I probably don't go here. And then I looked at the food and then they were eating it and they were like, ooh, damn. I mean, this because they haven't had it in a while, but they were just craving it. It was just one of those days they were craving it. I actually tried one of the chicken fingers and I was like, this does not taste good. Like, I sat there saying to myself, like, Wendy's closing 100 stores as of recent within the past like month makes sense and it tracks, because when they first came out, remember how they used to have those yellow containers?
Yep.
For Wendy's, there used to be like brands, there used to be marketing for it. But unfortunately, as time went on, the issue that came up was they didn't keep up with the family, with the company. So you didn't see a lot of recognition. They got rid of like the yellow container, which they made them like, known for their specific brand. And their food just started to get outrageous. Same thing with Subway. Subway used to have their $5 footlongs. Got rid of that.
Well, before you move away from the Wendy's, there's some stuff here. It talks about the price hikes, portion reductions, ingredients change, and then the menu removal. That ingredient change section about whole leaf lettuce to be shredded. Completely turned it upside down. And some of their products using shredded lettuce is kind of like a disrespect for us. I'm gonna get rid of this music real quick. Let me pause this. It's such a disrespect, because I always liked the fact that they used a whole lettuce in their stuff, because it meant it was fresh. It was pulled right from the lettuce. The fact that it's no longer that and it's a shredded piece to save money is value completely degraded, and it's not going to change my opinion on like how Wendy's degraded so fast. But my thought, like my hunch theory, which it kind of tracks, was the year Dave Thomas died was the year the quality of the entire brand just completely fell apart. And let me see if I can put it here. Is the death of Dave Thomas have any correlation to the degrading of their product? All right. Now I'll put that in there. Hopefully this prompt. All right. There is no corporate statement linking Dave Thomas's death in 2002 to the decline in quality. Many industry analysts and consumers point to his passing as a pivotal turning point to the company's culture and operational focus. Because Dave Thomas, Five Guys is the best. Pothead, I believe I think at the Amazing Hustler / Dennis Jerome Jr. will agree with you. But it was like Nab, Ski, who else? H-Way / Snuffleupagus. That's 3 guys. Who else we got? Craig.
Craig,
There's
yeah.
Craig. And who's the 4th? Jay or Pay to Play?
Yeah,
Jay
people.
Picks
Yeah.
and Pay to Play. Let's remove K. Let's remove Jay. Not Jay. Craig. Let's remove Craig and put in Jay and put in Pay to Play. Those are the 5 guys.
The 5 guys that were with it.
Yeah, they do need a drive-through for sure. But like how I look at it, here is go ahead.
So I was gonna say also too, just to answer Conqueef's comments here. Wendy's was never so Conqueef, at a certain point, their burgers were like on point. Remember BVaz when they used to have like the 5-stack burger? Like they used to have patties and they used to stack that. They were known for their burgers. I'm not gonna comment everything else as far as like their chicken sandwiches, because me personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But yes, like as far as like the burgers were like their top shelf, like we're selling this. And their Frosties. So as far as like Five Guys, he's like, I want a burger that gets moldy, the pothead. Well,
the stuff with the burgers and stuff, I think that with Wendy's, their burger style and everything, I like the fact that they use the square cut, and it was never frozen. It was never frozen.
Yep.
And their Baconator, not the Baconator. I think the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger was probably their premier sandwich until they got the Baconator. But then the Baconator quality was just trash. And I always would go and get the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. When they went up to from $1.29 to $2.99 to $3.29, I still bought at least 3 of them because they were that was the premier sandwich for me.
At that point,
I was never a Dave's single guy. The Baconator, I tried it once. When they came out with the Son of Baconator, I was like, okay, this is tolerable, but I always felt weird because I ate so much sodium. I always fall back to the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger because it had the nice blend of the mayonnaise with the tomato and the lettuce, and then just that little bit of bacon with a little bit of that bread and the meat for the burger meat. It was it blended so well.
So Conqueef, he said 2012 Conqueef, I'm sorry. I gotta like preface by saying this with like Wendy's. This was like pre-2008.
Yeah.
So let me preface by saying that. No, I'm sorry. That's where the confusion came in. Yeah, pre-2008, like when we talk about like earlier, like types of
I'm talking about like 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Like the 4 years after Dave Thomas died, his own daughter didn't even want to take over as CEO because that was a whole gaggle F in itself. Because they were asking her, "Are you going to take over your dad's position?" She's like, "Nope." And that's where quality of food died.
And then that's when it started to go downhill. But I feel with a lot of like the quality of what foods we have today and how we have them, this is just my personal opinion.
Ghosty.
This is like my personal opinion on like the matter. I just think with where fast food is, it shouldn't be a shock because a lot of times like they're getting away with it. And they were getting away with it for so many years, right? Like we're talking about like 12, 13, 15 years. But at a certain point, people will sit back and they'll say to themselves, like, you know what? I had enough. You can do fast food and you can do it in a good quality way. I have some people personally, like it could be relatives, it could be like close friends, that it's like, I'm not really a fan of going outside eating at like the major fast food chains. But you know who does it right? Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah.
I have not went one time as at like going to Chick-fil-A and had a terrible experience. Not one time. Now one time I went in there and I said, "Hey, I need this like food. Can you redo these fries? Can you redo these nuggets?" On point every single time. And they have lines wrapped around the whole place and they're closed on Sundays because they said we need the revenue. We're closed on Sunday. So for people to say like, when they come in like, well, is it realistic? And they're making excuses. Bullshit. They can do it. They choose not to do it. McDonald's as a backstory that people don't know, is actually a real estate company. They actually don't bank on selling food; they bank on selling real estate. That's where they
Yep.
make their money and their
They
bread
make their
and butter.
money
That's why
on the
McDonald's is
franchise,
like,
bro.
the CEO is going to be like, you can make fun of me all you want with this big arch burger. You're right. I dumped that shit as soon as the commercial was over. Because you know what? McDonald's is still going to make money and profit.
Yep.
So I think the main kind of takeaway from a lot of like this is like, with the shrinkflation, the quality of the food has also went down. And I think, don't be shocked, with people in like the next couple of years, if a lot of these places start to go under. Like I could see Subway falling under in the next 6 years, maybe less. I can see
Word.
them file for bankruptcy. Oh,
Hang on.
100%.
Let's
Dude,
find out. Let's find out. Wendy's. Let's see what Wendy's uh what is it called? Year over year. Give me Wendy's year
the pothead. If
over
anybody wants to open a healthy fast
year
food joint, I know a guy who got a building.
profits. And does
McDonald's food
this
doesn't care. That's true. That's true, Concrete. There were tests
business
on that.
model have any chance of surviving past what do you think you said 2031 or
Oh, for Subway,
2032?
100%.
Not
2032.
Subway.
What?
What
Oh, no,
do
no.
you
I'm
mean?
so
Wendy's,
I'm
right?
sorry. No, Subway. So
Okay.
Subway.
So you're
So
talking about
Subway.
Subway.
I'm saying this. Yes, I'm sorry. Subway, 6 years.
Okay. Now let's talk about Subway. Let's talk about Subway. Subway back in the early 2000s, back in the mid to late 2000s, I would say early 2000s to mid to late 2000s, when they had the whole Jared thing.
Yeah.
And he was going around with the campaign.
Yep.
That was cool because it was the 6 grams and stuff, which it really isn't. It's a marketing kind of fooling.
It was a
foolery.
marketing ploy.
It was
100%. Yeah.
not true because they had way more than just 6 grams. But we find out now we need that fat, so that's irrelevant now. But the ingredients they used and everything that has kind of degraded over time. They got rid of a lot of the certain breads that were popular. Hearty Italian, okay. Hearty Italian, y'all getting rid of Hearty Italian was probably the worst mistake of y'all life because there's no bread that tastes better than that. And the honey oats one, the honey oat bread. You getting rid of those 2 breads, you completely killed your company because all that's left is the Italian herbs and cheese. And that's like,
and quote me if I'm wrong, do they even make their bread fresh anymore?
Oh, they still do, but it comes pre-made.
Oh, okay.
It's pre-made. It's all sorted into the tray and everything. It's frozen, then they put it in the oven.
Yeah,
so the
no,
bread comes out fresh, but it's all pre-made bread.
It's all pre-made bread. Yeah, no, that's bullshit. I'm not even. Yeah, no. Because that was their thing. Like, hey, we got people in the back. We're making this bread right now.
Yeah.
Like, so Concrete said all fast food needs to be banned. Just reading like some of these comments right now. Yeah, dude, but Chick-fil-A, for example, does it well. Like, you could do it well, right? Five Guys, in a sense, also does the same thing where they do it well. And then the pot has said Subway, they mix the same mayo in the back with their bare hands, just saying. That's pretty nasty.
Razor saying, Dennis flexing Honey Nut Cheerios. Guys, I'm going to cover the disaster of what this dude called a successful stream last night. For sure.
Yes. 100%.
But let's give Royce his extra 20 minutes for his fast food talk.
I think he says no chain restaurants makes better bread in-house. So Nathaniel, like 100%. I definitely have to agree on that capacity where, again, people notice the different quality of food. Now, if you're going to be charging me an arm and a leg and I have to think about like sacrificing my unborn child that doesn't even exist yet, then you need to actually give me good quality shit. I'm sorry. Like, you're not going to say, hey, here's $30 for like 2 items on the menu. And then you're going to slap me in my face like, stale chicken like fingers with like fries that you could just tell never saw the light of day, when they put it into like a fryer. They just left it there on the counter overnight.
Understood.
So I guess like looking at it from all of this perspective and seeing from this, my prediction again, we 6-year count because Subway, like you go to a Subway, and it's funny. The only thing I actually would go to Subway for today is just to pick up their cookies. That's the only thing I would like go in there. I would literally just pick
Right.
up their cookies and leave. And the funny part is with Subway, when I go in there to pick up their cookies, I'm looking at the line. It's dead in there. I'm the only
Yep.
dumbass in there that's just getting one thing, which is cookies.
Well,
I'm like,
when the
all
cookies
right.
come out and they're fresh and they're soft, I love it.
Yeah.
That's good. And I do like, so this is what I do for you. Tell me your premiere like setup for when you go. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you mine first, so you let me know what you think about it. If you never tried it, you should try it. Since 2008, I've been getting this exact same like setup for my Subway sandwich, and it hasn't let me down. The only thing that lets me down is what they use for the ingredients. So I do a BLT. I used to do it on Hearty Italian. Then they got rid of Hearty Italian. So then I used to do the honey oat. Then they got rid of honey oat. So now I use Italian herbs and cheese. So I get the BLT on Italian herbs and cheese.
Yep.
And then I get a deluxe because I want more of the bacon.
Yep.
So when they're about to put everything on, they ask me if I want the bread toasted. I say yes. I say provolone cheese, so I get provolone cheese on it.
Okay.
They toast everything. Excuse me. And then they go, so do you want lettuce, tomato? I said, no, hold up, pause. Give me honey mustard. Before I put anything else, I want honey mustard on both sides of the bread. So I asked them the honey mustard both sides of the bread. They put honey mustard both sides of the bread. Then I say, drop the lettuce, drop the tomato. And if they offer it, sweet peppers.
Okay.
But if they don't offer it, I don't do anything else but like oregano.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then vinegar, red vinaigrette.
At the end of that, I get behind that order, honestly.
And then that's how I've been doing it for the longest. It's never let me down. And I've been enjoying it ever since. But what's your premier dish when you get it from Subway? Or when you used to get
honest, when I used to get it, so all right, so when I was in college, right? So this was like right after like football practice, like for my freshman year. This is what I would get. I would go in there and I would get a half a sub. I would mix it with lettuce, tomatoes, kind of just put on like the banana pepper. And then I would want to get the chicken, but I would add like barbecue sauce on top of it, and I would also put honey mustard on top. That was like my go-to food, and then some chips, and then a Sprite.
Very nice.
Not the craziest of the menus, but that was like my go-to when I used to go all the time. And I just said, okay, let me go get Subway. They had like the student lounge areas. They had a whole bunch of stuff, so I would grab that, get that, and I'm like, okay, that's like my food. Where it's like, it wasn't like too crazy in terms of calories because I was just like, working out like a monster. But I would come in and I would say this is just like good enough right before practice. And they were open like super early too. Anyway, I think it was like 10:30. They would like start like prepping and getting stuff ready. So by the time I got there 11:30, 12 o'clock to eat, I was already ready to roll. But that was my go-to right there. So barbecue sauce, honey mustard on top, chicken, regular white bread, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, banana pepper.
Very nice. You wouldn't go back for it either?
No, dude, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't had Subways in like, probably like, oh man, 2013. Yeah, 13 years, man. I haven't had I went to Subway for their cookies, but I have not ordered from Subway in like 13 years. Like it's been that long. Like that's the thing with this, man. Yeah, dude. So the time I go in there just to pick up some cookies, like that shit is dead, dude. I'm talking about like high traffic areas where you would think like, hey, this is like 3:30, 4 o'clock peak time. Like people are coming out of work and like dead. like nothing. It's like absolutely dead in there. So that's why I think Subway specifically is going to
Yeah.
be dead within like the next 5 to 6 years. Like it's going to file for bankruptcy, or a holding company is going to buy in. And then that's the thing with holding companies: when they buy shit, they kind of like go downhill from there. Unfortunately, that's what happens with Dave's Hot Chicken. Sadly, my heart broke. They sold it for $1 billion about a year and a half ago, and I can already tell the quality of it is starting to come down a little bit for sure, 100%.
Is the Subway guy still in prison? I think so. They,
Oh, that man
I
ain't
think he
coming
tried
out.
to get parole and they let him go. They denied him parole.
Oh, that man ain't coming out. That man. The amount of nasty shit he had on his hard drive, he ain't coming out.
Yeah,
The judge,
I think
they
he
play.
got 30 something years, right? It was like
Oh yeah,
crazy number.
the judge looked at this, and they were just they played a couple of samples of whatever evidence that they had. They're like, oh, you sick piece of shit. Now you're done.
Oh, and
Get the hell out of my face.
if y'all want to laugh real hard, okay? Play, I think it's the fractured butthole, and Jared is a secret character that you can fight in this fractured butthole. It's
You know,
so funny.
he got he got a lot of flack for years on that shit,
Oh
but
man,
he
they
was such
got
a
him.
running meme.
They got him hard on that.
Oh
It was so
man,
funny.
and well deserved. He was a piece of shit.
The W and Conquistador.
Hooters is another struggling brand. Too hard to believe. Um, yeah, man. It's again, it's the food quality, right? And what was selling Hooters? I mean, if we're just going to be straightforward and honest, I mean, you have like, oh, you go to Hooters and you have like beautiful waitresses, like serving you food and like talking to you, and that was like their selling point kind of coming in, instead of saying like, how long is this going to work before people say, damn, this food kind of sucks here. Like this is
Yeah.
shit. Like, so again, same problem they have. Like, you can't. A lot of these companies are trying to mask covering up their like lack of food quality. That's the takeaway from this.
Yeah, for me, I used to love going to Hooters, right? Not just because of the eye candy, but because of their wings. They had amazing wings, and over time, quality dipped and everything. So,
and that's where you'd be like, hey, this is wonderful, like good environment. You want me to spend $30 on this 10 piece of wings?
yeah.
I don't know. This is, and that's the qual. That's right. You can. So these CEOs that are coming in, like Wendy's, for example, you see him and he's just like, oh, I'm gonna take a bite of this, and I'm like, dude, you look like you're struggling on this to like bite that burger right now. Like,
Oh man,
come on.
there's so many. Like I'm talking like I'm 450 pounds, right? But Little Caesars, when I was growing up, was premier food. Today, you go, it takes like what 5 minutes for your food to be ready, and the quality,
for sure.
even the breadsticks went down. The crazy bread was like their premier stuff.
Oh
And now
yes. Oh,
it's the worst. It's like it's terrible.
that's so funny. Concrete
Greasy.
Team said
Yeah.
the Subway is great if you want food poisoning now.
Yeah. And, I actually got food poisoning not from Subway, but from Domino's. That was bad.
I never had Domino's. Funny enough.
What?
Yeah, I
That's
never
a
had
first,
Domino's.
man.
Not once.
Wow,
Yeah,
Domino's. Domino's
never had
quality of
Domino's.
food actually improved, but
Really?
the size of the meal went down. So
Okay.
they made this campaign to compete against Pizza Hut. So their personal pan pizzas and the pan pizzas they would offer, Domino's had no chance of competing against it until they changed their menu. Then they added their crust. They added like garlic Parmesan on the crust now as a standard. So you get like some garlic and you get Parmesan just on the crust itself. If you don't want it, you can always ask for none of that.
Okay. Gotcha. So, okay. So, I mean, yeah, I definitely would like, so for me, when it comes to it, like a lot of the major foods, like, for the pizzas, like Domino's, Little Caesars, what else? What's the other one? Papa John's? Never tried any of those.
Yeah.
So for me though, but again, coming from someone who's like a New York City aficionado, I'm a
Oh,
prick when
you
it comes to
got different
pizza.
kind of pizza then.
Yeah, it's when because so for me, I'm like a prick when it comes to pizza. Even where I'm at right now in like New York, it's like there's not really the best pizza. So New York City for me, like when it comes to it, like my pizza standards, I'm like, I hate to be like one of those douchebag Gordon Ramsay food,
Yeah.
assholes, but I'm like,
I'll
trying to get some
BRB real
slices
quick.
here.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
yeah.
grab more of this of refreshment, and I'm gonna use the restroom. Go ahead and entertain the
Oh,
chat real quick.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. So really, like as far as like a lot of like the pizzas, Domino's crust is good. Yeah, Nathaniel, I never really had it. Like, so I mean, I might actually just maybe do a run one day where I might just grab. I don't know if Domino's does it by the slice, or even like Papa John's or like Little Caesars. I would want to just grab a slice of pizza just to say I had it. But yeah, like for me, like I'm not really the biggest fan of like when it comes to crust. I'm always like more of a thin slice. It's like what we call like the fold. Like when you have a big slice of pizza, the crust is a little bit thinner, and then you can kind of fold it in half. Be fair, BVaz are states known for cheese, states and hot dogs, not pizza. No, that's true. That's true. No, but I mean, yeah, exactly. You got your Philly cheesesteaks, which again, funny enough, Conqueef, like I visited like like just in general for like PA so many times. I just haven't like went to like Philly yet. And actually, if I do visit one day, I'm definitely gonna try the Philly cheesesteak from there. Cheesesteaks. Yeah. Yep. 100%. 100%. And yeah, I think what else was Philly, you guys? Like, because you got the Philly cheesesteak, you got like the hot dogs, the pizza. It's like I don't know, like I don't know if you guys kind of follow like a normal like Chicago deep dish, or you do kind of like more of a New York style. I'm not sure because I never visit Philly myself. But yeah, I mean, you guys are pretty close to like New York City, so I'm not sure if your pizza might be similar to like Manhattan. Kind of like the larger slice, foldable in half, that type of jazz. The franchise pizza joints don't sell slices. The W Lurker. I don't know. That's why I was like sitting because I don't want to. So okay, hear me out, like Lure King, right? I don't want to come in here, buy a slice of like pizza, and then later I come back and then I'm just like, damn, I just like bought a whole pie of pizza and I hate this shit. That's my fear. That's why I want to buy the slice. So that's like my New York City brain just thinking. Conqueef, the real cheesesteak was originally made with cheese. By the way, it wasn't even real cheese. No, get the hell out of here, man. Really? Oh, I gotta look this up. I did not know that. Cheesesteak, cheese whiz. It was actually made with cheese whiz. What the hell? That shit's wild. It's one of the most iconic traditional cheeses option for yeah. It actually, yep, that was the traditional style. Damn. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the thing though. With concrete though, like, yeah, no, that's actually kind of crazy. Do they still do that today? Like some of the older joints? I don't know, like because I never really visited Philly, but some places when you go in New York City, they'll have like original like pizza spots that came like 30, 40, 50 years ago, when they first opened, and they kind of like just have small little mom and pop shops.
I have returned. Whee!
Perfect. A small is cheap. Well, no, Nathaniel, it's not about like okay, B, let me ask you, how
Yep.
many slices comes in like a Domino's pizza?
Standard 8.
See, like I was just telling this right now. Like I was like the Lure King made a cracked a little joke on me. He was just like, dude, they don't sell it by the slices because I was like, I might just do like a run one day where I just go to Little Caesars, Domino's, and Papa John's, just grab a slice.
No, bro,
like,
no.
yeah.
You're too New Yorker for this. No, they
I'm
don't
such
do
a New
that.
York. I told them this. It's funny. I literally told them this while you were gone. I said I have such a New York City brain. I'm just like, man. So they get sold by the slice, right?
They sell the pies, bro. They sell the pies.
All right. So what I would have to do is I'd have to buy like all 3 small pies and then just
No,
like try to
don't do
convince.
that. Don't. You go
Try to
over to a
convince.
boy's house, man. You be like, yo, order some Papa John's. They're gonna look at you like you said Spanish to them. They're like, no, bro, just Get the Papa John's.
Just get Papa John's. That's gonna be my plan. I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna order Papa John's and like convince like so I can have some backup to actually eat this shit. So I gotta plan this during like a basketball game or something.
Yeah, and it's like you guys order where you usually go, but I'm gonna order from Papa John's. They're gonna say what?
Oh man, they're gonna be like, oh Bert, why don't you order 3 different versions of pizzas, Papa John's, Little Caesars, and Domino's? I'm like, why not have variety?
Because I want food poisoning. That's
it's not like I'm trying to test this out and use you guys as an excuse.
Nah, dude, like if you're used to New York City style pizza, like from Queens, Bronx, and all that stuff, you're not gonna want to touch anything like Papa John's.
Well, I was just asking, just in general, like with it, like because you guys aren't too far away from like Manhattan. You're only like 2 and some change, I believe, right? From Philly to Manhattan.
It is, but I would take the train down I would take the New Jersey Pass, so I would park in Newark and take the pass.
Oh, okay, perfect. And dude, even if you hit Jersey, it's still like you're still. So that's why I was curious, like as far as like your pizza styles, like if it's more of like a deep dish like Chicago, or is it more of kind of like Jersey and New York because you guys are closer to there, like in terms of time frame. But you're saying the pizza's kind of like mid. I've never been to Philly.
Well, Philly, they use thin crust certain areas, like the spot near me. It's like 5 minutes away. It's really good pizza. It's actually the best in the area. That it's really
you got little hidden gems. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah. So
come over on a summer, man. Like spend a weekend out here, man. You're gonna enjoy it.
Dude, you know what's so funny, dude? Like when it comes to like filming just in general, like I never like go out for an opportunity with it. It's like I have people who live there and it's like, I'll come do it. And it's like, okay, no, I gotta actually do it now. I can just say I'm gonna do it. So yeah, definitely I'm gonna be coming out that way for sure.
Yeah, you can 100%. stay here and you could free lodging. You'll have like anything you want out here because where I'm at, it's really close to a lot of stuff. So yeah, I got you, man.
Appreciate it. Perfect. And then the W Lure King said, always ask for well done at the franchise pizza joints just so they cook it right. Thank you.
That's crazy, man. I always get scared because I be thinking they burn the crust and everything's hard, and it's like if you bite into it, your whole mouth comes off with it. I didn't know the thing. I'll try that out, Lurkin. I'll try it out.
That's actually a good tip right there. Actually, we'll try that out.
Yeah, I'll try that out. W.
I don't want to die from this experience. But yeah, no. As far as like the whole like kind of food segment right now, that was just a little bit covering for the topic. So that's a little bit for the hour piece. But I'm going to be tuning in for the second segment. So we can talk about having the inflatable furniture from the Amazing series.
Yeah, and like this will be part of the locale segment. So we'll be doing what Queef asked. So Queef, if you can come up in the voice chat in the podcast, let's have you come up and then you could talk about other locales. Bobby.
Perfect.
And you pop into the podcast channel. All right, Royce, thank you so much for your help.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you for popping in. Awesome. See you. So, Queef, if you want to pop in and we talk about other locales, come on in because we're going to talk about a locale right now. My milking session has begun. And as you see, this guy's bald spot is completely like in my face. I don't ever want to hear him say that I'm bald because that right there is telling me, bruh, you got to give it up. That don't look good. Talking about Timur thing. For sure. Lucky Duck for sure. So I'm kind of buzzed right now. This is my fourth one. I'm chilling. But let's go over something. I put up a short. He better spray paint that bald spot. That's what he does. Bruh, look, the front of his head right here, this is spray painted. Okay? That's spray paint. He don't got hair here. There's no hair. That's spray paint. Because you could see the changes in the color. You can see the changes in the color. Embrace the bald, bro. Yes. Embrace the ball. Like me, I shaved my head today, man. You know how much I spent? $0, goose egg. But you should consider this, DJ, because you spending all the wrong kind of monies. Because it's past 4:30 p.m., homie, and you ain't paid your taxes, son. Just so you know, as of 4:30 today, you now gonna have to pay a 10% penalty on this. I say utility. You're gonna have to pay a 10% penalty on top of your stuff. That's $200. You're gonna owe $21.33 plus $213. That's 10%, bro. That's a late fee. You didn't pay your stuff. Today was the day. DJ made me laugh when he says you can't get over 500 views when he can't either. Oh my gosh. No, you know what's so dumb? You want to talk about my view count. You know why my view count's low? Because I'm talking about you. My view count's low because I'm talking about your dumb behind. It's not giving me the gains that is needed. If I really want, oh snap! Look at that, guys. $21.99. Can we get a live views on this? Let's go to live content analytics. Let's get that live count right here, y'all. Let's see if we can hit that 2,200. Come on, let's go live count. Get to that 22. We're gonna watch this, guys. It is subscriber count, bro. We're subscriber watch right now. We are gonna watch this. Let's go. We want that to say 2,200. All right. So DJ, you don't give me views at all. Me having to go ahead and clown you is where the views come in. Talking about you just generally doesn't bring me anything. I have to pivot because your content's dry, but I will milk you for segments. So speaking of segments and speaking of milking you, let's go ahead and do that. This live that you had, because you thought it was a W to talk about your groceries. Like, what? Where are you showing your groceries? Do you even show us your groceries? Here you go.
Thank you. Did you tip the delivery driver for the groceries? No, I went.
Yeah. This is you shopping at the store for strawberries. And I just want you to understand something. Going to a grocery store and picking up groceries is not a flex. FYI, that's called being an adult. All right? Like grown-ups, like myself, go to the store and pick up groceries. Why are you so happy that you can finally buy groceries, man? That's not a flex. That dude, to do this and then stream it and then say, unloading a huge grocery haul paid for by sports betting. That is not a flex. That is the reverse of a flex. That means that without sports betting, you're on EBT. That's all that tells me. What value is used for taxes? What do you mean what value is used for taxes there, Nathaniel? Can you elaborate a little more? A guy that has fake subs as saying you have fake views. Yeah, Bobby, it's so dumb. You should pull up his social blade for a dude that says he's that guy. He's been stuck at 14.3K. Yeah, forever. I told him he had to get back to betting yesterday. And he went completely over his head.
I got to get back to betting.
For sure. I bet all he hears his head, and his head is, "I'm a big kid now." Shout out to not paying taxes, bruh. Shout out to not paying taxes. Facts there, Bert. Bobby's such a gossip gal. Oh my gosh, Cram, come on. This is not a gossip thing. It's just talking about facts about a dude who was super hype on doing groceries. What? Like that's you swear you're freaking up. No, man. You still ain't got furniture in your crib. Bruh, you're walking around. Bruh, where's the couch? Dude, you bought all those groceries, but you can't buy a couch? I got 2,200? No way. I got 2,200. Woo! Let's go, guys. Yeah. $2,200 subscribers. We're just running it up here. DJ's falling down. He's declining. We're inclining, bro. We're destroying this dude. Like, there's no way he could touch us. We are unstoppable. Heck yeah, man. Look at this balding idiot. Got no furniture. Oh, it's 2,133 plus 213 as of today. So he owes 2,369. I think that's what that number would be. Or 2,469, 2,133, 2,133, 2,369. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. For all you subscribers, thank you very much. Go do your voodoo and warlock stuff, Bobby. I'm that guy. No, you're not.
Not that guy. You missed the baskets in 5K. Yep, you're right. I'm not that guy.
Not that guy. How are you going to be like, I made this much on sports betting. I did this. You know what you should say? I have a large empty apartment paid for by sports betting. Still can't buy furniture. How does his son come over? Dude, I don't think his kid does. Isn't each day he's late is another 10%? I think it's another 10% for the quarter. So, like, if he doesn't pay by the end of the second half, it's another 10% on top of it. It's another 213. And then he has to pay that 213 on top of that. So he's going to keep accruing it each time he's late, every half. Yeah, every semi-annual. So every 6 months, if you don't pay, boom. Damn, BVaz, that was hurtful. It's true. Like, bro, he's balding, right? He spent all that money for what? You didn't get furniture, bro. Like, you're the freaking village idiot. And shout out to my village idiot in chat. Thank you very much for attending here. Okay, Bobby and Scoot or witches. You mean Scott? I think you mean Scott, Cram. Why y'all call him Scoot? You said I'm not that guy. I have a couch. No, not you, Bobby. I wasn't. No, I didn't mean it by you. I said he's not that guy.
You missed the baskets in 5K. Yep, you're right. I'm not that guy.
That's him. He's not that guy. No Scoots Hall. Oh my gosh. All right, Cram. But guys, look at how empty that place is. And then this guy's like trying to act like he's got the high life. Hold up, let's see a spot where he's like smiling and stuff. Look at him. Look at that smile on his face. Super happy. He's in an empty ass spot. He's so happy. Oh, let's see here. Where is he at? Let's go. There was one he was talking smack. We're not gonna stop. We're not gonna falter. I think it was here.
You can get on track for diabetes. All starts at the kid. Well, he'll be okay this one time.
Empty ass place, bro.
Yeah,
and you got cinnamon toast crunch, family size
cheesecake.
Yeah, family size. Hold up, let me go to the damn transcript because I want to see where he says we're not going to stop, we're not going to falter. Where's that at? Hang on. Let's go to Control F. It's were with not. Okay, let's put stop. Let's put falter. F-A-L. Nope. Not gonna. All right, let's see if this is the one. All right, here we go.
Because here's the thing, guys. Life is short. So, you know, when they say, you know, I'm a gambling addict and this and that and this and that, I just
Yeah, you are a gambling addict.
laugh at that because you know what a gambling addict would be doing?
A gambling addict would be betting, and that's what you did. And a gambling addict wouldn't have furniture in his house because he's too busy buying bets. Right? Go to the beginning where he's unloading groceries, straight up did a gay walk. Get out of here, for real. BVaz talking about how he's using AI in his thumbnails. It makes him look like he ain't got messed up crickets. He said gig workers are low IQ. Put an X on them. All right, you said go to the beginning. He does a gay walk. What in the world? Wait. Did he just walk by and try to shoot? Yo, guys, tell me why he's wearing shirts that are 6 sizes too small. Why is he taking his kids' clothes? Is he wearing his kids' clothes? Why is his forearm so freaking like right here? He's not wearing appropriate attire. Right here. Dude, why is his shirt so dang small, yo? That was the walk? Yeah, that was pretty sugary. Yo, look at how much, yo, guys, there's this much. He's wearing clothes that are smaller than what he's supposed to be wearing. Is he wearing his kid's hoodie? Is that his kid's hoodie? Like, why do you have so much? Why is it a short sleeve? That did you see when he went and peed on live? He didn't mute. Said the male should have muted. It's like the audience's fault. Oh my gosh. That is sickening. No, Bobby, I didn't. And I'm glad I missed that because I do not want to hear it. I do not want to hear that. This guy like went to religion now. What the heck is wrong with him? All right, here we go. This is it.
Yeah, I got the video. I was recording. Second. But yeah, no, I'm happy, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy because we're back stronger than ever. Nobody can take us down. Nobody can get us shut down. We're completely 100% good. We got the sports books in our name. We got you know, now almost $2,400 profit. And like actually in the past, let's see, we got
So he doesn't understand that he can get. He was like, "Did y'all hear me, Pete?" That's so freaking sad. This guy right here has got a nerve to say no one can shut him down. does he not realize that he can get shut down? Because Bovada already knows how we got sports books in our name. Dude, that's even more easy to get him put up. Yeah, Schmedium. He's got an extra Schmedium shirt. That shirt should go all the way here, guys. You see my mouse? That shirt should go there. When I wear long sleeves, they go up to my freaking wrist. These things are up to his forearm, and he's not even stretching. That's just his arms are up. He didn't even pull them back. He's wearing his watch. He's wearing his watch so far away from. He's wearing his watch up here. Why is your watch so far away from your wrist? Dude, that's like me taking my watch, right? Going all the way up here. I can't because I have really large forearms because, I'm a beast. When you're flexing, you have a sports book and you reach the bottom of society. Yeah. Yeah, you're so hyped that you are gambling. Like that, and you're not an addict? You're hyped that you can gamble. Who the heck is happy that they got a chance to gamble on a full-time schedule? Like who? Who's like, hey, my goal in life is to use sports books to get money to pay for a building that doesn't exist. It's going to get shut down because I can't pay my taxes on time. You're going to go there knowing that you didn't pay your taxes. It ain't the 16th. It's the 6th, dude. They're flexing some Bluebell ice cream. That stuff was on sale, man. That was like the clearance aisle. Nobody buys that ice cream. I've never seen anybody buy that kind of ice cream. They always buy the Bluebell one that's the soft serve. Nobody buys that one. Pathetic. All right. So enough about this, Village Idiot. You guys can watch that live if you want. Let's see if they... Yeah, Bluebell is popular in certain areas of the state. So let's see what they wrote in the comments. We got 24 comments here. Someone, Forever Brain, says, I thought he was supposed to be in Youngstown Friday and Thursday. What happened? We changed it to Monday. Ski, because, he's a pathetic individual. He does the super thanks for $1.99. Then, but weird moments of the estranged Dasher is laughing emojis. What is life? He's like, that wasn't me though, but good you got ahead of that. And then 1v1 is a betting app for video games. What game did he create? Oh yeah, he was talking about that 1v1. Let's see. He said he makes money on that. He said 1v1 games. What is it? What did he say? 1v1, yeah, it's a betting app. So 1v1 gambling or kids. 1v1 gambling or staking real money in video games outcomes. Example, getting Call of Duty Fortnite requires 18 plus to identify. Platforms like 1v1me. These services are generally illegal for minors. Pose high risk of addiction, lead to significant financial loss. Simulate gambling mechanics. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 1v1me is gambling. He is He said 1v1 me. I'm not tripping, y'all. That's exactly what I heard. Esports staking. Oh my gosh. His kid is going the route of a gambling addict. Holy cow. That is sad. The Tellini ice cream guy, those are good. I'm not really big on to ice cream from like the stores. I'm more of a creamery ice cream person. Go to the actual place where they make it by hand. We have sportsbooks in our name, implying that previously the sportsbooks were not in his name. Yeah. Nathaniel, that's bannovating. So 1v1 me, he said that, he mentioned that. Let me see if he actually says it in here. Wait. Let's see if he says 1v1 me in here. He doesn't say it. But this is it. That's it. That's the one. Yeah, it's not a game that he made. He's putting bets on other people. That's the additional revenue stream. He's using it. He gave his kid access to his account, like to do the betting. His kid is betting now. Oh my gosh. You got to be some level of degenerate and low life to have your child in this mess. You got to be one sick, twisted, dirty, dingy, dusty individual to where you are legit putting your kid in this lifestyle, man. That's pathetic. That is straight up pathetic. All right, I can't do this and have like my mind just surrounding about how his child is now hooked on this stuff. It's super pathetic. But look at that, we got 2,201. DJ, you can't touch us. We're amazing. Yeah, Dennis, donate to his cause. Golly, you even got your child roped into this mess. How dare you? All right, guys. If you haven't, let's talk about Conquistadors Ask. All right, we're going to do more than just DJ. Oh, no, Jim, don't ask me. I didn't get my kids involved in this 1v1 me. No way. Can you tell me if y'all guys know a certain individual named Tofiachu? And if you guys don't know who Tofiachu is, I'm about to put y'all on to something. Tofiachu is a interesting person. So this person, the reason why they call her Tofiachu is it's just like a joke, a running gag that they have for her in the internet community for the detractors. And she's a person that's on TikTok. She used to live with her mom and her brother and her dad. They were in this apartment together. We flexing a $200 grocery bill. Let's go. Yeah, that's what he was doing. So Tofiachu, and they had her brother named Brother Chew, then they had Papa Chew, then they had Mama Chew. So she's a TikToker, weird looking person, did cosplay stuff, and picked up TikTok and would beg a lot. She would be a super huge e-beggar, saying that, she need to pay rent and stuff, donate to me. But she would never use the money she earned on TikTok for rent. She actually was delinquent on rent and went so delinquent on rent that they kicked her out. She got evicted. And then they went from there to being put in a hotel room. And then they got evicted from there because of the conditions of the hotel room were nasty. And she was a nasty individual. Then they were living in a car. So the dad left because the mom and the dad had a falling out. So dad was gone. The mom was staying with the brother and Tofiachu, and the brother was the only one working. Well, while they were in the car, the brother and the mom and everybody was sleeping, and all of a sudden, someone tried to go in and take their car. They tried to carjack them. Brother tries to fight back, and he gets shot. Tofiachu runs away from the scene. So then she tries to say that she woke up to him getting shot. So the brother dies, unfortunately. Tofiachu is completely a wreck because she's like, I can't believe this happened and all that stuff. But it looked like it was like some internet beef she was going through that kind of led to this whole situation happening where she got jacked or carjacked because she kind of doxed herself where she was locating. Don't forget, every place she lives ends up with roaches and bed bugs. Yes, Queef. Yes. So Queef knows about Tofiachu. Tofiachu is a very disgusting person. Bed bugs, roaches always follow her because she don't clean up after herself. She don't clean up her body and stuff. So she brings all that with her. But, after all that stuff that happened with the brother, mom goes to the hospital for a long time. Tofiachu's by herself. Complete wreck. Still in that car. Still begging, still like, I need to get this, I need to get that, and doesn't do anything with the cash that she gets. Completely squanders it. Even went to a Comic-Con while she was homeless. This chick is a complete wreck. So you guys are more than welcome to follow this lady, Tofiachu. It is a whirlwind of holy crap. She is an ugly individual. Super ugly. That's how she looks. This is how she looks. She used to look like the thing on the right, but now she looks like the thing on the left. She is not a sane person. Very, very, very weird. So I'm going to put you all into that one. Please check it out. A couple of videos. You won't be disappointed. Check out the Tofiachu documentary. It'll give you all the catch up. Bobby and Scoot ready for the witchcraft show. That's funny. The next one I'll put y'all guys on. Locale wise, let's do Boogie 2988. If you guys don't know who Boogie 2988 is, he used to do these things called Francis. So Francis Rages. He used to do these things where he would, he was a very overweight guy, but he would have this character, this persona called Francis. Francis would get into situations and rage the crap out. The first time I ever ran into Francis, it was like 2010, 2011, early stages of my YouTube times. And I was just scrolling one time and I saw this guy who's like destroying an Xbox. He lost his ever-loving mind and destroyed an Xbox. And I was just like, what in the world am I watching? Then we find out later, it was about like 4 or 5 years later, that the Francis character is actually Boogie 2988's persona, alternate persona. You drink my Mountain Dew? Yeah, he did say that, didn't he? And it turns out the person holding the camera was his spouse at the time. This lady he was married to. Well, what happened is, over time, the internet fame got to him, messed up his marriage, and he lost his spouse. During that same time, he got a lap band surgery to lose weight. Francis or Boogie2988 / Francis, those comedy skits go away. Last stream I think the last video of Francis was like 2017, 2018 or something like that. And he disappeared from the internet because about 2.5 years prior, he was getting a lot of detractors coming around and messing with him. Well, this dude had a dude that popped up on his front doorstep. Francis grabs his gun and pops it off into the air to get the guy to go away. But the dude's recording it. Shortly after they called the police, he got taken away. He got arrested, arraigned, and everything. He had to pay like some restitution, and he got some community service. He didn't go to jail. He got a little bit of probation. And he disappeared for about a year and a half. Comes back, talks about the marriage problems, saying that he's divorcing his spouse. He got the lap band surgery. He even fixed his teeth. He did all these things, tried to fix his marriage. He couldn't fix his marriage. So he comes back and he tries to. I like Local Universe. Wings is the absolute worst detractors of anyone I've seen. Boogie is nuts. He's too loud for me. Yeah, Honey Bunch. He's a weird one. But what I liked was the Francis little bits, right? But he discontinued that. He went away. Then it got even weirder because in 2018 to 2019, he comes back. He just starts doing videos, but then he starts talking about these pity videos where he's like, oh, I got cancer now. I have to go get this. I have to get that. I would like your support. And a lot of people donated to him, gave him a GoFundMe and whatnot so they could pay for this like treatment that he's supposed to get. Well, what is his name? Medicure, right? Is it Medicure? Queef, tell me if I'm wrong. Medicure, right? Calls him out and says, bruh, you ain't got that. I got that. I know I got that because I had the test. Did you get this test? And Boogie28 refused to answer it. Got the eyes. It caught the eye. He can still be funny. I watch his show sometimes. He literally chopped the wall in his house down a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that's for the thing I'm about to get into. It got the attention of Keemstar. All right, Drama Alert Keemstar, the dude who made millions off of drama. All right, Keemstar caught wind of this and confronted Boogie on it. Okay. This was all happening during all this time and everything. Keemstar took him in, brought up this Local Live thing with him and Wings, and this was all unfolding within a year of this all happening. It was wild. I know you're talking about he ended up making a documentary, I believe, don't remember his name. Yeah, I think it's Medicure or something like that. He was completely blindsided by this. Keem was like, are you lying? Yes or no? And he said, yes. When he came out with that, bro, oh my gosh, the documentary came out shortly after that. Like people like completely shitted on him. Keemstar told him to go away. There's no coming back from this, but I guess it was all for drama and everything to build up the views and whatnot because Local Live became a hit. So Boogie's been fired and quit like probably 6 or 7 times. And he's just back and forth. He's done some heinous stuff. But in between all of this too, he gets a girlfriend. Guys, the girlfriend he gets was 18 at the time. They was talking on the phone before she was 18. Okay? This stuff gets weirder because then he's getting allegations of being like a groomer because now this chick lives in this house with him. She's like, says she's all about him. She's all for him. She loves him, all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. I'm all about Boogie. She loves Boogie. And I was just like, wait. This is weird behavior, bro. So like that was all happening. Yeah, I think she was 17 when they first started talking, right? In the chats, in the Discord. Maverick. I seem jealous, Maverick. Maverick, you know I can see your messages, right? Oh gosh, Mav, can you do me a favor and take your autistic behind elsewhere, because we don't need that kind of hassle from you of all people, because you're supposed to be objective, man, and your tism behind is freaking weird. You're just as creepy as Boogie is. All right, when he was messing with a friggin' youngin'. All right, I'm not cool with that. Like, that stuff is weird, bro. And if you got that kind of energy, I don't want it near me. It's creepy. She streams now too. Yeah. Mav is there. You just gotta change your stuff. You just gotta change your stuff to live chat. You see all messages. Yeah, Mav's in the chat, man. Maverick the weirdo, the tism weirdo, is in the chat. Anyways, Maverick, you don't want the smoke, bro. I can roast you. I don't care how much you got in your knowledge base of getting your masters for cybersecurity and whatnot. That don't stop you from getting smoked, bro. So Boogie 2988 has, in between all of this stuff I was saying, a lot happened in his life. He had the fight with Wings of Redemption. Okay. And that was weird because Boogie was talking all kinds of mess. They was doing promos for it. It was so funny. He was talking all kinds of toughness. And Jordy coming around just knocking him on his behind, bro. That was funny. If y'all guys ain't had a chance to check out all that stuff, check out Locale Live, which I think it started around like 2019, 2020, 2021. Within those 3 years, we had the documentary with June the King. And then 2022, 2023, that's the one with June the King where he had Boogie 2988 interviewed with the new chick that he introduces to people in that documentary. So when he introduced them to her, they actually had a conversation. And I think you guys should just check it out for yourself and just like, I just think it's really weird. Let's watch some Rings of Redemption rage clips. Boogie versus Wings was hilarious. It was so funny. All right, so let me go ahead and get to this guy, Wings of Redemption. He reminds you of Bobby. All right, so Wings of Redemption. So Mr. Jordy, aka Wings. All right, the names I'm giving you guys, this is just the introduction, kind of like into it. The next time I cover this again, I want y'all to have done y'all's research if you don't know who he is. So Boogie 2988, Tofia Chu, and Wings, because I'm going to give you guys just an overview of what these guys are, and then we'll deep dive again and go over their content and pick the funny moments and everything, and like a little compilation. I'll have all that ready. But I just want to preface and give y'all guys a lot of like lore so you can go and check it out. June the King has done a lot of documentaries on these guys, and June the King has one on those that are really good. So check out June, Joon, the King, and I'll spell it for you here. Check it out. Go and look at his documentaries. Type in Wings of Redemption and type in Boogie 2988. He hasn't done anything on Tofia Chu, but you can get a documentary on Tofia Chu real easy. There's several of them. So, Wings of Redemption, aka Jordy, known for his first-person gameplay. He always mained Call of Duty, and he was really good at it. But at the same time, he was a raging freaking lunatic when he took the L's. However, he has a lot of detractors that are in his streams that are his mods that push him to rage. So a lot of the stuff that happens to him when he's raging, it's edged on, like he's being egged on by his detractors that are his mods. So think about this, guys. You usually have mods that are people you kind of trust and you got some type of rapport with, right? Wings thinks he has that with these guys, but these are the ones telling him, yeah, bro, play this game. Yeah, keep going. Oh yeah, you're good. They'll even get him stream sniped. They'll feed where his location is to the person who's playing so he can get stream sniped. Want to see a rear creepy locale? Check out White Bowser. Oh, I know about that one. Yeah. Ben didn't want to give me a yeah. There was a thing during I think it was like 2021, 2022. This whole Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp thing going on. Amber Heard's turd was like one of the prime thing. It was one of the detractors in his stream, and it became a thing where he's like, "Man, anybody that has the name Amber Heard's turd," in the chat, and he says, "Ban anybody that says the name Amber Heard's turd." He over moderates. He rages hardcore. Like there's one where he actually threw his controller through a wall, and he would put posters up to cover up the marks. And Royce and I were talking about this before. If Royce is listening, he'll have a good laugh because we were both talking about it. He was like, he would put posters up, and there was a time where he had like several posters on the wall, just randomly on the wall, because he was throwing the controller through the whole thing. There was another one where he got so mad in Call of Duty, he took his keyboard and he completely slams it on the thing. He's like, I can't take this shit no more, man. He broke all the keys. All the keys fly off of his mechanical keyboard. I mean, like, they just fly in the air. And he has his hand on his head and he's like about to cry because he was getting stream sniped. And then he was raging out because anytime he spawned, he was getting shot. It was like they knew exactly where he was and he couldn't do anything. So Wings of Redemption, Jordy, has been online for as long as Boogie2988 has. And he's made a lot of money on YouTube, but because of his behavior and how heinous he is as a person. Nova, I know who Nova is too. Nova definitely has sus behavior. So Wings of Redemption, his views and everything declined. Well, in about 2021, 2022, again, Keemstar offers Wings of Redemption a spot on Locale Live. So originally it was supposed to be Wings of Redemption, Boogie2988, and Darkside Phil. That was supposed to be the three guys. Darkside Phil says no initially. Keemstar was going to give up on the whole thing because he says, if I can't have DSP and these two, it's not going to work. Somehow they were able to convince Keemstar, Boogie, and Wings to continue it just with those two. What up, Necro? What's good, man? So he continues it, and he says, okay, they do the Locale Live. They have a third person that they bring in as like a person that does like the topics and whatnot, and then they react to these guys like interactions. Locale Live is actually very successful. It is probably the most successful of the things that Keemstar has done with other people other than himself. They have had 40,000 views at one time or another because they're dealing with the locales. And it got really crazy when DSP started having butthurtness, saying, you know, why didn't they ask me to be a part of it? Blah, blah, blah. There's like, we did ask you to be a part of it, and you denied it. I actually gave you I was willing to give you $50,000 to be on Local Live. Oh, damn, we're going in the locales. Yeah, Sauce Fonda, we're going in the locales. I'm giving like a overview history on the locales, because this DJ's kind of like, the guys I'm talking about are up here, and DJ's like microscopically right here, like underneath my fingers, but right above like the border. It's really difficult to see because you have to zoom in, but that's who I'm talking about, the upper echelon of the locales. And Tofiachu sits like right here. This is Tofiachu. So the guys I'm talking about right now are like top tier. DSP and Wings are definitely top tier locals. Yeah. Always watch DJ because he's local in the making. Oh no, he's not in the making. No, Sauce Fonda. No, he's already there. Right there. You see that. Look at that. Look at that. You see that? Somebody create a troll account called DJ's Bald Spot and just be like spamming his chat. DJ's Bald Spot. DJ's Bald Spot. DJ's Bald Spot. So, yeah, he's got a bald spot. So Jordy, Boogie2988, they've been on Local Live with Keem. Jordy quit. Think it was a little bit over 7 months ago. It was like August or something, because he got in trouble. He got camera of him pushing his spouse, and it caught on. They were doing like a retreat or something, and they were together. All three of them were together, and it was during a live stream. And Jordy was sitting down, and the wifey was trying to stand up or something. They were saying something, and he like pushes her, and it was shocking. So Jordy quits Local Live, completely goes away, and now he's just on his own. He hasn't gone back yet, but there's some like signs that he will be going back, because his money has not increased since he left, and his stuff's been going down. He says he has some money in the savings, but he might not last on his own, because Local Live is the money. That's where the sweet spot is at. And Boogie's making bank, even though Boogie's quitting and being rehired and quitting and be rehired. He's getting a lot of good stuff coming his way. So I think Local Live is great. Keemstar created something really interesting and entertaining, utilizing these guys' like skill set, which is their locals. They're great for laughing at and farming their content. So Keem's a good businessman. I think he did a good job getting these guys together. The next one, my kid put me on this one too. It's like PD something. I know Nova, the one you're talking about. So this ain't the Nova. Where's that Nova at? What's Nova's name? Local. Let me put Local. There it is. Nova Online. This one. This person has got the tisms. Didn't know Local Live was a thing. Oh, yo. Really? You didn't know? Here, let me show you this real quick. This was created by Keemstar. They're live right now. See, look, you got 3,000 people watching. And Keem, Boogie is fired for being a racist. Wings is back on the network. Okay, so he came back recently. So he just came back 2 days ago. I haven't watched it in a couple days. Boogie's being sued. Like these here, like 22,000 views, 16,000 views, 19,000. These guys get fucking banked, bro. Like this is crazy stuff. Recently started watching Dennis and BVaz. Dennis says that. Nah. Jim, we don't need to discuss anything like that because that is very old news. We don't need to talk about any of that. But Jim, you can stay in the chats. Yeah, he said it so many times, but it's irrelevant information. That's so old. It's not even worth it. It's not worth it, Jim. I'm telling you right now, it's so old. It's a non-factor. That's why we don't need to discuss it. I remember Keemstar trying to get Boogie and Wings on there. Yeah, so it's Fonda, and he was successful in getting it in there. It started. Let's see if we go back to when it began. Let's go to the oldest. About 2+ years ago it started. Doesn't scare you with your job at DHS? Not at all. Not even a little bit, Jim. Let me go check it out. Hopefully DSP joined. No, Sauce Fonda, he did not. Like there's a one where they ask for him to come on. They actually do a interview with him. And he doesn't go in there. Let me see, where is he at? No. There he is. So it was a year ago, made DSP an offer, but it's a members only one. But I guess he didn't make this members only, but initially when this came out, it was a members only. This one here is what he actually tells him, hey, I'm going to give you like $10,000 or something like that. So I'm going to give you 10,000 to do a show and everything as like a guest. And he didn't take it up. He said no. Because, DSP doesn't want to do stuff that he's not on a schedule for. And then there's another locale named Ralph. Ethan Ralph. So Ethan Ralph is a guy who lives in Mexico because he cannot live in the United States because he got in trouble with some stuff. So Ethan Ralph is a funny dude. Like funny as in like you gotta watch him and get a laugh out of his stuff. Along with, the Boogie stuff, DSP and Ethan Ralph had done like videos in the past. And there's these guys that actually cover this, but they're on Kick. They're called Kino Casino, and these guys are great. Kino Casino, they main on Kick, but these guys, Ashton, and who else do we got? What's his name? And Andy. So PPP and Andy Worski. These two guys are funny. These two guys are really, really funny people. They're all about the Kino Casino, so they do the videos with the betting apps and all that, the betting odds and whatnot. So they're all kinds of like the gambling sites. So Kick is like, it does all that. If you want to see gambling happening in real time, like slots and whatnot, the ones on the web apps, you can go on Kick and watch all that. That's where all that's happening. But Kino Casino talks about everything, and they focus on DSP. And Darkside Phil has been their main focus because Darkside Phil and them they were tight, they were close. Andrew Ditch is another funny one. He pretends to be mentally disabled when he's been cleared by DR doctors, and he's not. He's been harassed and belittles crisis lines and support groups and the police. Dang, for real, Queez? That's crazy sauce. Hold on, Andrew Ditch. You about to give me something I'm gonna have to like watch some content, man. Look at that. Pops up second one on the search. This guy? Full documentary, huh? 1.2 million views. Turkey Tom. Okay. Turkey Tom has turned into a locale himself. Turkey Tom got in some serious trouble recently. In the last, I think, 2 years, he's been in some serious doo-doo. He has not made anything in a while. 4 hours, lol. Yeah, it's 4 hours. Yo, that's a good stream, man. Like those documentaries that last more than an hour are great. Yeah, he forces people to wipe his butt. No. No, for real? Oh, that's great. I'm gonna have to watch that. So yeah, all right, I'll check out Andrew Ditch. Let me pull this up.
You wanna know how I got?
So Turkey Tom got in trouble with some stuff a couple years ago. Stepped away from YouTube for a bit. And I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, he's putting out content 6 months ago, but I haven't seen anything like steady coming from Turkey Tom ever since that stuff came out. I kind of stopped watching when I heard the allegations and everything. I'm not sure if it was resolved or whatnot. Heelys use diapers everywhere and for caretakers to clean up. Ew, dude. That's another level of low, bro. That's another level of gross. I don't do that. Wow. All right. So, all right, I got some stuff to look at then. All right, so I got something for you guys, some homework. Kino Casino, Locale Live, check those out so you can have a giggle. You got Kofia Chu, you got DSP if you want to check them out. Wings of Redemption, Boogie 2988. These are really interesting people. So this hour is done with locales. Again, next time we come through, I'll give you more of a deep dive. We'll focus on one. But for a start, this is really good. So give you guys some feedback on it. Smoke AFC also covers them. Okay. So is there anything else you guys want to look at? Ask a question. We can do Q&A. Doesn't really matter. However you want to do this. Check out Smokey MC. He's less controversial than Turkey Tom. Wasn't his wife snitched on Turkey Tom? I think so. I'm not sure, Necro. I'm not sure. I haven't followed Turkey Tom in probably like 2 years because that was 2 years ago that this stuff all came out, and I was heavy on Turkey Tom. There's another dude too. Lemur got in trouble with some stuff. Haven't seen Ski use his OG account in a minute. Yeah, Ski got in trouble. Ski got his IP address found out. I can go ahead and report it. I think I should report it now. Let's just submit the documentation now. Hold on. Let me run a trace route real quick. I'm going to run a trace route. I'm going to find out that IP address, where it goes. Let's see. I downloaded the report. Oh, yeah. Let me go and pull out you, because I think it's in my downloads folder here. Goomba Ski, Viewer's Choice, DJ Clown emoji. Mm-hmm. Oh. What am I doing? I know exactly where I got it saved at. Crazy sauce. I got it saved up here. So let's go to here. And then we'll pull this up. And let's put this in my desktop. All right. Okay. So, yeah, throw that Shenron at me. Network info. Let's see. Aha. Yep. Oh, look at that. Okay. So this, and then we have the public IP here. So we want, let's use, that's the source, destination. And it's, and the guest system is okay, that was the sandbox. And then indicators, Mitra attack. Yeah. So I want to trace route this. Performs DNS lookups. So let's go here. Yep. We're going to run a trace route. So we're going to find out. I don't know if you're watching Local Live, how they're pretty funny. Yeah. I know they're pretty funny. So it says it's a privilege escalation, process injection. And then it does a defense evasion, process injection. And then it has an encrypted channel. And then non-application layer protocol, application layer protocol. This is the attack right here. Oh, we're reverse engineering an attack here, making sure that we're getting all the info on it. This is what Ski tried to do. Ski tried to attack me, but he is dumb because he picked the wrong attack. like the person that you're trying to attack, you need to make sure that you don't go after a person I don't know, like all like that. You know, it's my cousin, but we don't talk. So you got to talk to people that I know at least. You know, that works. But this was the attack vector here. Yeah, they're Blazer Dragon. So I got up to 30 hops. It's already timing out. Looks like there's a block on it. It won't let me go past a point, so I'm going to cancel it. So it looks like they changed their IP. Well, anyways, yeah, I have the reports, so I could submit the reports. I have everything I need with what the attack vectors are and all that stuff, and it doesn't look good for this person. Yeah, Ski messed up. Ski should have stayed away. So, with everything that's happening, guys, the viewer's choice. I don't have any suggestions on like other stuff, but the hour for the fast food was good. The hour for some locales and going over them. I'll give you guys more in-depth stuff. I guess I can do something tomorrow and go into that a little bit more. But other than that, you know, I'm gonna go eat something. Haven't eaten any dinner yet. You guys take care. It was a pleasure hanging out with y'all. If ever a viewer's choice does come up again, you guys get notified. Use the Discord to send in y'all's suggestions of what we should cover. And then I'll put it up. And if you guys want to pop up, the ones who suggest and make some, thank you, Blazer. So if you guys want to go ahead and make some suggestions and pop up into the stream to talk about the things that you're interested in, please do. You're more than welcome. I have no issues with that. Other than that, y'all guys have a good night. I'll see you on the flippity flop. That's what nephew wanted me to say. And I'll catch y'all later. Love, peace, and chicken grease, guys. This is BVaz signing out, y'all. Deuce. Yes, we'll do that, Queef. We'll do that. Enjoy your evening.